Milo? Do you want to go swimming? Do you want to go swimming? Hi! Oh, who's a good boy? Where's your toy? Where's your toy, Milo? Do you want me to throw it? Where's your toy? Where's your toy? Find your toy. Milo. Milo. Where's your toy? Where's your toy, Milo? Where's your toy? Hi. Oh, okay. I love you. Hi, this is Jenna with Brown Dog Craft Company, and today we are making a card using the new My Favorite Things Something Sweet card kit. So in the card kit, you get this fun pack of, I guess, pattern paper, but it's not patterned. It's sort of like an ombre rainbow paper pack. So I am picking one of those sheets and I'm die cutting it with this fun wavy die to sort of give the inside of my card some detail. So here I've got the sweet die cut, and I'm going to cut that 3 times from white and 1 time from some metallic champagne colored cardstock. And I'll layer those together. And then here's everything that I'm going to die cut. So there's a lollipop, and I'm going to cut the back from the lollipop from white, and then I will cut the lollipop from a whole bunch of colors. I'll cut sprinkles from these little colors. I'll cut some cake pops from all of these colors. Some of the cake pop sticks are going to be in white. And then these are all the rainbow of colors that I will cut the lollipops and the cake pops from. So I will die cut all of this and come back when I have everything die cut. So here we have the sweet word die cut, and I'm going to layer that up with some liquid glue. So line it up. I've got a little silicone craft mat on my desk there to help keep the glue off my mat. So I'll just quickly layer those together. I think the key to this is don't use too much glue. Otherwise it sort of just oozes out in between the letters and makes a mess. So use just enough to adhere them together. So get those lined up. And then the very top layer will be this champagne-y, rosy, metallic cardstock. And then that was a whole lot easier than cutting teensy weensy pieces of foam tape and putting foam tape behind there. So we get some really good dimension without all that hassle of little baby foam tapes. And then I'll put a large clear block on that to help hold it all together. So these are the lollipops, and on the back I have put some tape to hold them together. Thought that would be a lot easier to adhere the colors for the lollipops to something versus trying to put them on the card themselves. So I will go and line all of these up where they go. I'm going to use a whole bunch of colors. So let's see, there's the smooth white as the backer. I'll use cotton candy, ripe raspberry, orange zest. I don't know if I used limelight or sour apple. I think that might be limelight. Snow cone, summer splash, blue yonder, grapesicle, or grape jelly. Maybe both. And then milk chocolate. And I didn't use the craft, but that does come in the kit too. And then I pulled in a dark green. What color green was that? I wrote it down. I will link it so you can see. But the kit didn't come with a dark green, so I added a dark green. And then you'll see in my little star on the right hand side of the screen, that's all the little sprinkles that I die cut from the same colors, mostly. I didn't die cut all the colors with the sprinkles, but I did die cut a lot of them. So here we go, putting those lollipops together. I think they're just super cute. I think I did that one backwards. When you die cut the lollipops, make sure to keep the right side up. Otherwise, the little swirls don't fit in the right spots correctly. So I will figure out which one is supposed to go at the bottom here, or which one fits. And we'll pick a green, a lime green. And there they are. I will flip them over and I will take some like Terran tape adhesive and put that on the back and peel the backer off, and then I will take the lollipop sticks that I cut out of white and press those down. So we'll get those situated. Just ignore all the Terran tape I have on my hand. I don't know why I have so much on there. So then we'll add some to the back of the cake pops also. And then there's 3 cake pops, one in orange, one in blue, and one in pink. And those will get some cake pop sticks also. Oh, and then there's a marshmallow, a chocolate covered marshmallow, which I thought was so cute. So I'll peel the backers off all of those and press them onto the cake pop sticks. And I had the sticks stick out longer on the cake pops than I did on the lollipops. So, and then once all these sticks are adhered to their cake pops or their marshmallows, I'm going to take, I've got those, the frosting pieces or the chocolate pieces, whichever ones they are, and I will take and put some small foam squares on the back of these. I think each one gets 2 maybe. And then, oh, first I add highlights. First let's add some highlights using our Jelly Roll pen. So this is a white Jelly Roll pen, and I'm adding some highlights to the lollipop here. I think it also would be fun if you added glossy accents to this. Same with the frosting on the cake pops. I think you could add glossy accents to this. So I'm going to add the white highlights. So here's where I will add the foam squares and then pop these up onto the corresponding cake pops. So the light blue frosting will go on the blue cake pop, and the pink on the pink, and then the yellow frosting will go on the orange cake pop, and then the chocolate for the marshmallow. So just use my tweezers here, my reverse tweezers, to help hold that in place. And then each one of these is going to be popped up on the card. So I just went right ahead and added a foam square on the back. So I didn't end up putting any sort of adhesive behind the cake pop sticks. They're just kind of free floating on my card. So you could add some sort of, foam strip behind them. But I think the card holds up well and looks fine without any sort of adhesive behind them. So, oh, that one's going to get 2 foam squares. They're just so adorable. They look so realistic. They look like something you'd get from Starbucks or something. So here I've got a white top folding card in the landscape style, and I've got that little piece of paper that I die cut earlier with that wavy edged frame, and I'm just lining everything up on the card where I think I want it to go. And then once I think it looks pretty good, I'll peel off the backers of the foam tape and place everything down. Now, I don't think I showed adding foam tape to the lollipops, but the lollipops also have foam tape behind them. So, and then here, I left this in to show you my little, the very top of my lollipop here came off the tape. So I'm just going to tape it back, or I'm going to glue it back down. And there we go. So I will add the sweet sentiment, kind of play around and see where it needs to be. I think down in the bottom there in the center is a good spot. And I'm going to add some liquid glue where the sentiment is going to touch the lollipops. And then I do have a very small piece of foam tape behind the W and the 1E, just to give the sentiment some support in the center there. So here we will add another sentiment to this. So the card will say, "You are sweet." But before that, I'm going to take and add little dots to all of the cake pops, and we'll add some confetti sprinkles. So rainbow sprinkles. And I've got those in purples and pinks and blues and oranges and yellows and all sorts of rainbow colors. So I did that for all the cake pops. I didn't do anything on the lollipops, but all the cake pops will have those. And I'm just using like a pickup tool to put all those sprinkles on there. So there we go. Now, I thought the background needed a little bit of love, and I may have gone slightly overboard, but I just couldn't help myself. I really liked those cute little confetti sprinkles on the cake pops, so I'm going to add them everywhere on the card, like everywhere. I won't make you watch all of it, but I just scattered them around. So I tried not to put two colors right on top of each other. But for the most part, it is just extremely random and crazy and extra, and I love it. So I hope whoever gets this card loves it too. So they were a bit of a pain to make sure there is a right side up on these, so I had to make sure I was adhering them correctly, and they wanted to sit face down on my desk. So, all right, we'll let that dry for a little bit. We will take some foam adhesive, and I'm going to put that onto my card base right in the center there, and I will peel off the backer, and that's where the cake pop panel will sit, right in the center. And normally I would put the foam on the back of my panel, but it was still drying from all that confetti. So that's why I put the foam tape on the card base instead. So here it needs one more thing. So here's the stamp set that comes in the kit, and it has a lot of fun sentiments, but I just want "You are." So I'm going to find one of the sentiments that has "You are" in it, and I will stamp that in it's like a blue color cardstock. I'm wondering if it's like Summer Splash. So I'll stamp that in my Simon Says stamp embossing and watermark ink after I treat my paper with anti-static powder, and we will heat emboss that in some Simon Says Stamp Fine Detail white embossing powder. And all I really care about is the "You are." So everything else in the sentiment doesn't really matter. And we'll melt that quick. And then you can do a couple of things. So you could use like a sentiment label strip to die cut the "You are" out. And typically that's what I would do. In this instance, it was really small, so I just used my paper trimmer and trimmed it out. So totally up to you, personal preference. So we'll put that right above the sweet there, nestled in between those two cake pops. And that is going to finish our card today. So thanks for stopping by.